In this video, we're going to talk about how to calculate the average cost basis or the average cost per share when making multiple purchases of the same stock at different time periods. So in this example, Robert buys 200 shares of stock XYZ at $15 and 300 shares of the same stock when it's trading at $10. So what is Robert's average cost per share as a result of these two purchases? So feel free to take a minute and pause the video if you want to try this problem. But first, let's begin with a formula. So the average cost is going to equal the total cost divided by the total number of shares that he owns. So first, let's calculate the total cost. Robert purchased 200 shares of stock XYZ at $15. So if we multiply 200 by 15, that investment is worth $3,000 at that time. Now, he also buys 300 shares at a price of $10, so which means that he also invested $3,000 during his second purchase. So his total cost in buying these shares is $6,000. Now the total number of shares that he owns is 200 plus 300, which is 500 shares. So thus his average cost is going to be, well, let me write that here. His average cost per share from these two transactions is going to be the total cost of $6,000 divided by the total number of shares that he owns, which is 500. So his average cost per share is $12. So note what happened. Initially, he bought the stock at $15, but when the stock fell, he bought more shares at $10. And so by buying the stock when the price went down, he was able to reduce his cost basis or his average cost per share in that stock. For the sake of practice, let's work on another example problem. Number 2. Kim buys 500 shares of stock ABC at $20, 1,000 shares at $15, and 3,000 shares at $8. What is Kim's average cost basis, or rather her average cost per share? So we're going to follow the same exact process. We're going to calculate the total value of each purchase that she made. So in her first purchase, she bought 500 shares at $20. So 500 times 20 means that her first investment was worth $10,000. Now, for the second purchase, she bought 1,000 shares at $15. So the value of her second investment is $15,000. Now for the third purchase, she bought 3,000 shares at $8. 3 times 8 is 24. So 3,000 times 8 is 24,000. So now let's rewrite the formula. The average cost per share is going to equal the total cost divided by the total number of shares. So we just need to add up these three numbers to get the total cost. 10 plus 15 is 25. 25 plus 24 is 49. So the total cost is 49,000. Now the total number of shares, 1,000 plus 3,000 is 4,000 plus 500, that's 4,500 shares that she owns. dividing those two numbers gives us an average cost of 10.8 repeating, or if we round it to the nearest cent, $10.89. So that is her average cost per share in this example. So that's how you can calculate the average cost per share or average cost basis when making multiple purchases of the same stock at different prices. And that's basically it for this video. Now, for those of you who liked it or found it to be educational, don't forget to hit that like button or subscribe to this channel. Thanks again for watching.